there. So I have got my oil and it's warm and I've allowed it to cool so that it's comfortable to the touch. If you're impatient, you can just pour a little bit or squirt some into a bowl and then test it with your finger before you pour it on your head. And so, I've got these sort of white hairs and thinning hair density. The hair feels very fine and like it wouldn't grow very long over here. And it's starting in that classic sort of male balding pattern place for me. So I already know that my scalp and my follicles, because I have these symptoms, also a little bit dry and itchy recently, has a lot of vata going on. And that makes sense. And then also, I'm looking at some short term indicators like how restless am I feeling? Where are my emotions at? How are my sinus membranes and my eyes and my lips? And all of it's feeling pretty dry because I've been traveling a lot recently and teaching and meeting so many people and having a lot of stimulation and movement, right? So I'm gonna start sort of in the back right here in the crown. And it feels so good to have warm oil dripping. And this is a really lovely time to just sort of close your eyes and set an intention for your act of self-love. You can set intention for anything. So I'm going to set the intention that I just really want to sink into feeling like there is time and space for everything I want to do. So I sort of started in the crown and made some nice circular movements. You can chant mantra while you do this. You can play mantra, in your home and just take in the vibrations. And then I usually like to come over to one side and I sort of start right behind my ears. I do this for reasons of practicality because it allows me to just work my way over and not have to think about it or feel for dry areas. So behind the ear is a really great place to begin and kind of just starting to work my way into the scalp and the tissue. And then I'm gonna just sort of keep going in this row and then the next row and then the next row and then the next, and sort of bring it behind the ear. And then I usually come back and get the nape of the neck and kind of the very bottom of the hairline right there over that occipital ridge. And then I'm going to wrap my head with a scarf or something to kind of like keep the hair, allowing it to soak in and to keep these energetic channels that have just been stimulated and massaged and opened nice and grounded and not taking in so much more, right? I'm going to sleep with it overnight, ideally, and then in the morning wake up and just shampoo and condition as usual. It might be a little bit more oily that next day. If you really feel like it, you can shampoo twice. An alternative would be to just grab a little bit of baking soda or some cornstarch and kind of just work it in the roots until it disappears to absorb some of the excess oil. And voila! You have got your hot oil head massage. Pretty simple and feels super great. I'm going to really enjoy the benefits of it tonight, I'm sure. Take care.